The Hamas terrorist invasion of Israeli territory, and the murder of Israeli soldiers today, and the brutal murder of citizens is an act of savagery that must and will be crushed. It has to be dealt with very powerfully. This is a time where the United States needs leadership. We don't have leadership. But Israel is at war, and the United States obviously is going to stick with Israel, and strongly. The war happened for two reasons. The United States is giving and gave to Iran $6 billion, $6 billion, over hostages. And, there was a very good trade. They got 5 hostages. We got 5 hostages. Okay, that's the good news. The bad news is, and their hostages were tough, by the way, I have to tell you. That was, okay, let's assume they're doing just fine. But it was 5 for 5. But in addition to that, we agreed to free up $6 billion. And that is an absolute disaster. And I would not be at all surprised if part of that tremendous wealth that they just accumulated went into all of a sudden watching this level of aggression. They didn't have that level of aggression with me. They didn't have it. This would have never happened with me either. You know what wouldn't have happened? Ukraine wouldn't have happened. Taiwan and all this tough talk with Taiwan wouldn't have happened. And what's going on with Israel right now, people were shocked. I wasn't shocked because 2 weeks ago we gave them $6 billion. Think of it. So we get 5, they get 5, but the difference is we have to give $6 billion. $6 billion! Does anyone know what a billion is? $6 billion. It's like it's water. And we have now, our country is a perceived, we're really a country that's looked at with this tremendous perceived weakness with a grossly incompetent and corrupt president. He's an incompetent man. He's corrupt. I don't know if he makes it to the starting gate. I hope, I guess, in a way he does. We want to, and I say it all the time, and I mean it 100%. I would rather that Joe Biden right now, instead of being one of the worst presidents, and I think without question the worst president, the most corrupt president, the most incompetent, I would rather have him be a great president, even though that would mean likely we wouldn't be doing this, either that or we wouldn't win. But if he were a great president and our country was doing well and we were respected throughout the world and we wouldn't have all of what's happening in our cities, our Democrat-run cities are really going to hell. They're going to hell. When you look at stores being looted by hundreds of people that run into the stores and run out with television sets, and our great policemen aren't allowed to do it. I think they want to, but they're not allowed. They don't want to lose their families. They don't want to lose their sons and daughters and their houses and their pensions and all of that, and they could stop it very quickly. And we just allow them to roam in and roam out. Everybody's out there. You have